No cop, no firefighter, no nurse, nobody should be losing their jobs because of these jabs. We have got to stand up for people and protect their jobs and protect their livelihoods.
So
what they're doing is unconstitutional.
So there's going to be a battle here, and that's the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida taking legal action against President Biden's workplace vaccine mandates. The state filing a lawsuit claiming the order is out of bounds. With us now, Florida AG Ashley Moody. Thank you for your time. Good morning to you. Make your case.
Good morning. I mean, the case is simple. This is the playbook of this unlawful Biden administration. They know this is illegal. They know OSHA has no authority whatsoever to mandate these vaccines. So they go to an emergency rule, as they have done with so many things. They unlawfully mandate things on the American people. And they say that in order to make workers themselves safe on the job sites, we have to enact widespread healthcare policy and forcing folks to either lose their job or give up their healthcare autonomy. It's unconscionable, it's reprehensible, and Governor DeSantis and I will continue to push back.
Okay, I'll get back to the governor in a moment. Here's what the White House's position is, just from this week. Watch here.
And we believe that in order to get this pandemic behind us, we need to get more people vaccinated. And this is a way to do that. We feel confident about the legal component of this. The Department of Labor has the authority to move forward in making sure that they keep the workplace safe. And so, yeah, we have to make sure that we get this pandemic behind us.
So the point there is that there's no turning back. This is the only way. Florida, you joined Georgia and Alabama to file that challenge on Friday. Respond to the White House there, if you will.
Look, Florida is leading that charge along with Georgia and Alabama down here in the 11th Circuit. It's an admission right there. They tell you this is not about the individual circumstances and the safety of those employees on those job sites. They're like, we're doing this because we have been unable to come up with some strategic, thoughtful, common sense policy that's within lawful bounds. So we're going to violate the law, use OSHA to do what we know we can't do, that obliterates separation of powers, and it's unlawful, and we'll continue to push back.
Okay, another topic here. Apparently there's these flights that are landing, I think in Jacksonville specifically. Governor DeSantis on with Tucker last night made the case against them. Watch.
These midnight flights, unannounced, no notice, no support for the state, no ability for us to veto it ahead of time. And if Biden had not been doing that, if he'd been doing his job, that individual would be alive today.
Okay, he's talking about that illegal immigrant charge of the murder there. Now, on these flights, with regard to these flights, how many are there? How many have come to Florida? What are the facts on that?
And you have hit the nail on the head. That's the problem. Continuing with this administration's theme, they are completely violating, ignoring the law as it relates to immigration. As you know, Florida was one of the first states to bring suit, requiring them to follow the law. Make sure that we know we've seen a drastic increase in those coming across and flooding our borders that have serious criminal convictions. We need to know who's coming into our state so that we can protect the citizens of our state, as we've taken an oath to do. And this administration seems to have no regard for the safety or well-being of law-abiding citizens, as you can see in the both of these recent actions we've been talking about today.
This illegal charge with murder, was this illegal indeed on one of those flights into Jacksonville?
This is part of our suits where we are demanding that the federal government share this information with us. They are trying to hide from the American people that they are continuously violating the law, not letting the states know what they're doing, and putting many of these communities at risk. Many of the immigrant communities in Florida, we are a welcoming state. We're a diverse state, but we need to be able to do our jobs as leaders and protect our citizens. This administration is tying our hands and those of law enforcement.
Just to nail this down, was that illegal on a flight into Florida? Did that happen? Is that how we got there?
I will tell you that we are delving deep into this, and this will be part of what we do in pushing the courts to grant our state relief and force the federal government to follow the law.
Okay, so I'll take it as a non-answer, and we'll try and figure out that fact when we can. Fair?
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Ashley Moody, thank you. The AG there in Florida. Thank you for your time today.